Look, you can buy 100 books on how to sell, how to make conversions, how to get people to do things, how to do this, how to do that. Or you can learn and practice just 2 simple concepts that will allow you to sell just about any product on the planet. Would you like to know what these 2 steps are? Stay tuned and find out.
Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another dose of 2-Step Selling Learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and as many of you know, I've been in the coaching and course creation and online space since the 90s, so yeah, I got a little experience under my belt, yet here I am still learning. But the more important question is, who are you? And I think the answer to that, my friend, is infinitely more important, because I think you are a driven entrepreneur, perhaps even an infopreneur that is here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. So, as I mentioned at the onset of this particular episode, you could buy hundreds and hundreds of books on how to sell, hundreds of books on how to make conversions, how to get people to do things, how to influence people, and so forth. Or you could just learn and practice 2 very simple concepts that will allow you to sell just about anything on the planet. You want to know what they are? I'm not going to tell you to stay tuned and find out. Well, here they are. Step number 1. What's in it for me? Or as Brian Tracy used to call it, the radio station was WIIFM. What's in it for me? I know. That's not revolutionary, is it? You've heard this one probably time and time again because A, it works, and B, it works really well, and finally C, it freaking works. I'm just going to say it like it is. Every potential customer is asking you this question. Give them the answer right up front. Never make them dig around and root around and trying to find it, because you know what? They're not going to. They just won't do it. If you're going to make their problem go away, tell them in the headline, and then tell them again in the first sentence after the headline. Let them know exactly WIIFM. What's in it for them? That's going to make the sale so much easier. All right, now I'm going to hit you with number 2. Enter the conversation that's already in the customer's head. Yeah, your customer is already talking to themselves, talking to their clients, talking to their spouses. So just go ahead and enter the conversation where they already are. You're essentially taking them by the hand and walking with them right up to the edge of the problem and pointing it out. Let me give you an example. Let's say you were to go to your prospects digitally, face-to-face, however you approach them, and say something like, buy this product because it's the damn well best. Well, then essentially you're just standing up in your soapbox, yelling at them to give you money, right? You're not starting where they are because they're across the street from you. You don't know who they are. They don't trust you. You haven't taken the time to learn what their problem is. And they're pretty sure you're out there just to get their money, potentially even just to rip them off. Now, let's flip this on its ear. Let's say instead you begin a dialogue by letting them know that you understand how much it stinks to have that problem, whatever it is, because you have or have had that very same problem. You could share your pain of their problem. You could talk about how you searched for a solution. You tried this and you tried that, and that didn't work and this didn't work. But you're relieved that you finally found the answer. Whether you created the answer yourself or you found it via someone's product. This doesn't need to be a long-winded, lengthy dissertation, right? You could step down off that soapbox. You're not giving them this soap opera dialogue. You're simply stating where they are. I've had this problem and I wanted that solution, right? And then you're taking them from the starting point through the process of realizing that your solution might be the one solution that really makes sense. And here's the thing. It's your solution. Huh? Maybe it's not yours. Maybe it's someone else's and you're just sharing it with them. But what you're doing is you're taking them through the process of realizing there's probably one optimal solution. It may not be the only solution out there, but it's the one that fits their problem and it makes sense. And it's yours, or it's you sharing it with them. Does it sound easy? Does it sound too easy? Does it maybe sound too simple? Does it sound too outdated? If so, I might suggest that you simply give it a try. Give it a go. See what happens. Next time you hear someone complaining about a problem that you have a solution for, let them know radio station WIIFM. Tune that radio station in the back of your head. Let them know what's in it for them. And then start talking to them from where they are. Don't step up on your soapbox across the street and yell at them to come over to you. You go to them. Because here's the thing, my friend. Quite often, almost every single damn time, the simplest solutions are the ones that work the best. I got two words for you. Occam's razor. And if I try to explain Occam's razor in its simplest form, it's the idea that in trying to understand something, getting all the unnecessary information out of the way is the fastest way to the truth. It's the best way to the facts. It's the easiest explanation. How's that apply here? Well, quite simply, I see so many entrepreneurs spending so much time explaining to potential prospects their problem. Look, here's the deal. If the person doesn't even realize they have a problem, you're probably focused on the wrong prospects. Because if you tell someone, I have a solution to your problem, and they're like, what problem? Move on. Occam's razor hasn't come there yet. They don't even realize they have a problem. And you could spend an inordinate amount of resources, and that comes in all kinds of manner, paid advertising, salespeople returning phone calls to the wrong prospects. However, if you can enter that conversation with someone who already knows the problem and is looking for the solution, man, you got two steps right here to selling anything. Step number one, tune them into radio station WIIFM. What's in it for me? And then step number two, enter that conversation that they are already having. They're already having they're like, how do I solve this problem? And you walk on in there and say, here it is. Bing, bang, boom, right? It's a win-win for both of you. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox on that one. So, and speaking of win-wins, I find that there's a number of types of content my entrepreneurial friends, especially my digital savvy entrepreneurial friends, neglect. So tomorrow's episode on the podcast is going to be about the 3.5 types of content that you need to get out there and update right now. In the meantime, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results. And then what I want you to do, that's right, I want you to let me hear about them, right? I'm serious. Email me, tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. Tell me the tip or idea that you came away with, how you put it into action, and then what results you got from it. Good, bad, and different. I don't care what it is. Who knows? Probably even bring you on the show and let you share your story with my audience. Until next time, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
You know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.